Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Oh my God. It's Sunday. Where is your football crew at? I can tell you where we're at. We're right here in your friggin' eye. It's Charles right here, Coach to the right. And joining me down here because we didn't have enough bald guys on the crew is Michael. What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Coach?
What's going on? What's going on?
Awesome. It's good to be a three-headed crew again. It's awesome to have more people on here, more insight. Even though Coach has enough insight for like 10 other people, but still, somebody's got to shut him up every now and then. And I think Michael will come in and do the job. So, and we like this Michael better than the other Mike because he shows up on time. So we like that. So anyway, what's going on? Happy Sunday. Of course, you can call the show 813-699-5353. That's right. If you don't want to go ahead and be boring and just leave a regular comment, you can go ahead and call us up and verbally go ahead and bash us or give us your take at 813-699-5353. Today we're on the show. We're talking about Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, he's obviously it's not. I'm not a tutor. I don't need to be one. Yeah, a little crybaby. The NFL international schedule is out, but we still have to wait till Thursday to find out who everybody else is playing on a regular season basis. In Seattle, there's a very tiny quarterback room, and according to Pete Carroll, it's not getting any bigger, not any changes being made, not anytime soon. Tyrann Mathiew, the Honey Badger, making his roots back there in New Orleans. New Orleans obviously has made some huge sways in their cap space and is starting to go ahead and get that team together. Is New Orleans slowly but surely becoming a force in the NFC? And the Steelers plan to have an all-out war at quarterback number one, including their rookie, that they just picked up. But let's go ahead and start off with Baker Mayfield. Baker's dozen. Time's running out for the little crybaby over there in Cleveland. He may be shown the door, and if not a trade, which it doesn't seem likely, it might be just cutting him. Cleveland just deciding to cut their losses and just go with Brissett. And this other guy from Houston that has a lot of charges. What is his name? I forget his name. We don't know his name anymore. But
well, you know who Deshaun Watson is.
Yeah, I know Deshaun Watson. But I'm just saying he hasn't played in over a year. So like El Rusto Decrepo, I don't know. But let's start off with the newbie to the touchdown crew. Let's start off with Michael. Baker Mayfield. Is he going to appear anywhere? Is he coming to a theater near you for another NFL team? What's your take?
I really think he's gonna be sitting behind somebody this year. I don't see nobody taking a chance on him. They got a lot of young quarterbacks that's holding their own this year, and a lot of teams going forward with even younger quarterbacks that they're drafting. It's kind of leading to a different topic, but I think he'll be sitting behind somebody, or he's gonna step out of the league and really go up north or something. His smart move is just to sit behind somebody.
When you're saying go up north, are we talking CFL? Are we talking fan-controlled football like Manziel and Terrell Owens are doing?
Yeah, I think that fan-controlled football is something that excites him. So I think he'll touch that before Canada. That's a personal.
Yeah, he'll definitely touch it. All right, Coach, what do you think?
To be honest with you, I think he should stay where he's at. Stay right there in Cleveland. You got a bum shoulder, so no one really knows if you're healthy or not. So no one's really going to trade. No one's trading and going to pay that $20 million.
No, nobody's showing interest.
So if I was him, I would stay, shut my mouth, show that I can, because we all know Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended. We just don't know how many games, and he's better than Brissett. So, if I was him, like I said, I'll stay, shut my mouth, and show hey, I'm a team player and everything else, and then hopefully get some value and somebody trade for you.
But see, here's the thing, though. And I'm sorry, Michael. Let me make my point real quick. I'll jump over right to you. But here's my point, though. Nobody's showing any value. He's already opened his mouth. It's not just shutting his mouth now. He's already opened his mouth. He's already laid some eggs, some rotten eggs in that locker room already. Do you really think he's going to even play? I wouldn't. Listen, he's better than Brissett. I get that. But honestly, I'd rather have, camaraderie. I'd rather have some unified locker room under Brissett than flakiness going on with Mayfield. What do you say, Michael? Go ahead.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. I think he needs to, like I said, the lead the league completely. I don't think he's going to be able to sit back and keep his mouth shut. That's not him. If he goes in and take them few games where he's Watson is suspended, he's the type of person that's going to open his mouth. I told you I can run this team. It's all about me. I can handle this, and then it's going to spoil any chance of him playing for somebody else.
Yeah, but then you go back and say, hey, douchebag, you had how many years of running this team, and what did you do? We gave you the weapons to do it. What happened? You come on now. I mean, listen, Deshaun will go ahead. He's a much better passer. Baker is basically a crack addict Brett Favre. He's just a gunslinger that just basically has no idea where he's putting the ball. He's just going to throw it. So
that's why I say if you sit there and you wait and you just shut your mouth, it's like, hey, you know what? I got to change my ways to show that I'm better. A lot of people forget about what you did in the past. This is what you do now, especially in the NFL. Hell, you look at Deshaun Watson. We forgot about what happened 2 years ago.
I think a lot of people have forgotten about it, but apparently, allegations keep just popping up. I mean, is there more inside his closet than we know of now? I mean, it's like this first 6-8 game suspension, whatever he's going to get because of all these allegations that are coming up after the first round went away. Is there more rounds of allegations going on? This guy just looked like he's just a disaster in the locker room, like a cancer.
No, it'd be fine once July hit. Everybody's gonna forget about it. I mean, that's the reality of it, man. I hate it. Like I said, I don't know all the new allegations, but when July hit, he'll be fine. And then you got to realize, even with Baker, man, Baker goes to that play league. The NFL is gonna look at him as a joke that he's about me. So he's gonna actually no one's gonna pick him up after that. So
I think he's gonna be blackballed just like Kaepernick is, honestly.
No, he just go in now and just chill with the Browns. Hopefully get a game, get your shoulder built, and collect your $20 million. And then guess what? After this year, they say, okay, at least he's a team player. At least he did these things. His shoulders is healed. He's healthy now. Now you can go find a team. You can go to Seattle or you can go to Carolina.
But Coach, what you're asking for involves a little thing called maturity. I just don't think Baker has it, Michael. Do you think he's got any maturity to go ahead and say, yeah, I kind of fucked up. I mean, I shouldn't have said what I said. Maybe I'm just going to go ahead and close my mouth, and then my apologies for the language. But maybe I'm just going to go ahead and close my mouth now and be a team player. Do you think he can turn it around like that, or is this kid just too unpolished?
Well, we've been waiting for many years for this young man to grow up. I mean, when he was in college, didn't grow up. Got some money, didn't grow up. Now we asking him to grow up to be second string somewhere. And that's going to be a hard sell for him. I don't see him growing up at all. No maturity in him.
Yeah.
He has a mindset of what for.
But I agree with both of you, the maturity. But it's a very, very big difference when no one wants you. It's a big difference when those commercials stop coming on. And so now it's like,
listen, when
like
you go ahead,
difference.
When you go ahead and you sell a linebacker shoulder pads on the yard sale out there, you're not going to get respect like that. That guy's going to look at you. It's like, yeah, wait till practice. I don't care what color jersey you have. I'm ramming that crap out of you on there. You tell me that. No, you're not going to sell my shoulder pads at a Cleveland Brown Baker Mayfield yard sale right outside your home, aka the stadium, which obviously I'm making a lot of jokes here, but it kind of is like that. It's like he thinks the whole world revolves around him, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow when he finds out that he's going to be, rubbing elbows with Johnny Manziel. It's like, hey, Johnny, how'd you deal with all this? Well, look where I am now. So it's going to be kind of a similar situation where he's just going to be blackballed in the NFL, and you may see him in the CFL. I mean, that's the only other professional league that you can really look at, and I don't think he'd go to the USFL or next year for the XFL or anything like that. I don't see it.
Well, if you put it like that, to be honest with you, if he doesn't get a year in now and no one wants him, he's probably gonna go to the XFL because they're like that's the little brother of the NFL, supposedly next year.
They gonna sell him with the money. Here go that money you wanted, and you can be the face of the league.
Yeah, there you go. Here's well, they're not going to do that. They're going to go ahead and I know before they used to go ahead and sign these big name quarterbacks to $1 million deals, but I don't think The Rock is doing that this year. I think it's going to be a universal paycheck, kind of like the XFL, the USFL has now, except it's going to be more. They're already promising more money, better benefits. Instead of half your hotel stay, we're going to pay for it all, baby. We're going to pay it all. So, yeah, The Rock's got some deep pockets. Danny Garcia, The Rock's squeeze at one point in time. She's got some deep pockets. And listen, I think they're going to come in. They're going to come in on a tear. Everybody's going to play in their own home stadium. It's just going to be great. So we'll see if Manziel uproots his fan-controlled football attitude and goes to the XFL. We'll see if Baker does the same thing. We just got to see what Baker does because, right now it's kind of sad. All that talent, all that arm strength just going to the wayside. It's kind of sad, actually, if you really think about it, how Cleveland – we used to think the
Did you say – hold on, time out. Did you say arm talent?
Yeah.
Man, come on.
He's got
I think he just means strength, not accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I didn't say accuracy.
Okay.
The arm talent is a wide variety there.
Okay, there you all right. I apologize.
He's got the arm strength, but unfortunately, yeah. But no, it's like we kept thinking like the Bears are the team where quarterbacks go to die. But you know what? Reality, Cleveland's actually had more tragedies than the Bears have. Don't we agree?
Yeah.
I mean, they having nothing but tragedy. So I mean, when has they had a successful? I mean, I think back way that Bernie Kosar was the last successful Browns quarterback I could think of.
I think Testaverde actually had some.
Yeah, Testaverde.
But like we talked about earlier, Charles, what people got to realize: Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham, I can't even think of the tight end.
Landry, you had Landry, you had
Landry,
Goku.
like
Goku.
No, not Goku. Just the other one that he went for. He was played at the Falcons. And now he's with the Titans right now.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
All these guys that they picked up that was on the team, they weren't by this general manager, and it wasn't by this head coach. It was coaches in the past and general managers. So it's kind of like you got these, you give him all these weapons, and he doesn't fit that. He needs a running game. He needs to throw the ball 15, 20 times a game. And by doing that, you got all these personalities, the guys that can catch the ball. They're not really necessary blockers. It's kind of pointless. You wasted money.
So right now, do the Browns need anything? Right now, if Deshaun Watson takes a snap, does he have enough talent around him to make the Cleveland Browns a winning football team? And do you think they have the scheme to make the Cleveland Browns a winning football team? Just about what you know now.
I believe so. I don't think Watson is a schemed quarterback, and they definitely already had a run game. So once you have a run game, you can do anything else in the air, and they have receivers and a tight end that can get the job done. So I think they had a scheme that fits Watson perfectly, and that division isn't that tough as it used to be. It's still talented. I just don't think it is as tough as it used to be.
Yeah. Coach, what do you say on that? Do they have enough to go around to compete and even maybe even win the division?
Yes, because you got Deshaun Watson. One thing about Deshaun Watson, he can make something out of nothing, and he's basically like a Pat Mahomes in a way, except not as strong as his arm. So right. he can scramble, he can run with the football. So you have to hold him accountable. It's like you have to have a spy on him. Like the D line can't just rush upfield and rush the pass. Like you have to stay in your lanes. You have to contain. So having a guy like that, plus Cleveland, they have a two-headed monster, so they're gonna run the ball, and then hit you with the play action. So I think he fits well. I would say you still need a receiver because I just don't. I don't.
You don't see him lasting for a half a year.
That's the only thing.
I get it.
So you probably need to get another receiver.
Okay, so I guess getting Amari wasn't enough. Now you got now coach is telling you to go get another receiver. Hopefully they can maybe last the other half of the season.
Yeah, because Cooper ain't gonna last, man. I love him. I think he's
I'm
when
seeing
healthy, he's a top 10
Michael's
player.
facial reaction. He's like, "Are you
A little bit. I'm like, okay, you saying get another one? What would they role be? You talking about a third, not necessarily somebody who's a one receiver. You talking about a level 2, level 3 receiver who can just hold his own if he does get hurt.
Yes, he has to play. He'll play the Z. He'll play the Z. He'll play opposite of Cooper because you still got to have 2 receivers. You had the tight end, you got the running back or the fullback, depending. So I just truly believe you still need another guy because one thing about Cooper, we all know Cooper's great routes, great transition of getting in and out of his breaks, but he's just injury prone. He hasn't played a full season. So regardless, you still need another guy on the other side.
So let's read some comments here real quick. Well, actually, a couple of comments. Yoel says, ever since Tim Couch, Cleveland's quarterback has been a revolving door. Hopefully, Deshaun will give him some stability. He also went ahead and typed in earlier before we started talking about Cleveland. Try watching the USFL. It's a hard watch. I you know what? Let's run into that real quickly. Let's jump in the USFL real quick. I'm taking a look. Unless it's Pittsburgh, I don't really have a hard time, watching the game. It's actually pretty entertaining. Yes, there's some missed blocks, but the one thing you have to understand and you have to think about, this is not the NFL. This is spring league. This is stuff that not every lineman's going to pick up this block. The quarterback's running for his life 90% of the time, and there's not going to be a lot of holds run. Now, the one thing I will say is there's a lot better running in the USFL than there was in the Alliance of American Football that when they came out. They're really running the ball. I think one of these guys went for 143 yards, and we're seeing some breaks out there. It is entertaining, and a lot of the games are coming down to the wire, so you can see that these teams, most of them, are evenly matched. So, have you guys? I know coaches watch USFL. Michael, have you watched any of the USFL? Have you kind of can give me a gauge on it? What your grade is?
I watched it. I think it's like a B-, but I kind of watch football from a different aspect. It's the talent is not as high. It's not exciting. A lot of people want to see a lot of scoring, a lot of this, a lot of that. I like the idea that it's a fundamental league. From my standpoint, I think it's a fundamental league for people still wanting to make it to the NFL. It's a ground and pound game for me. A lot of mistakes are happening, but yeah, I think it's exciting. I don't being out of football season and still being able to watch some professional ball games is exciting for me.
Now, both of you, question for both of you. Does having nobody in the stands, except when they play Birmingham, having nobody in the stands, does that affect you at all? Does that affect the game?
I think here, and I said it from the beginning, for the casual fan, it sucks. Because if you look at you take it to NBA basketball when they was in the bubble, it wasn't exciting because you don't hear the fans. The fans are the ones that get you kind of fired up because you hear the screaming, you hear the yelling, and you see the excitement. And another thing is about the USFL, they're not selling people,
right? Because
everybody's a fan of a team. Mike, you're a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. You're a fan of the team because of people. Same as you, Charles. You're a fan of the Patriots because of people. And same for me as Tampa. Like I became a Tampa Bay fan because of work done. Like that was my standpoint of what it is. And the USFL doesn't do a good job of that. What I do like about the USFL, maybe it's the coaching side. You have college coaches, coaches that never been a head coach before, and ex-NFL coaches all coaching against each other, which is you don't really get that. So you got all these different type of schemes trying to teach adults to play this game of football the way they want them to play. So I like, those are the things that I like about it. But for like the casual fan, and when you look in the stands and you say, man, this mug look empty. It's like going to a party. If you go into a party, you see 5 people in there, you're like, oh hell, I want my money back.
This is dead, right? So yeah, give me back my money. But the game itself for the casual fan, listen, again, it's not NFL talent. You have to realize it's spring talent. And if you're not a coach, like, obviously 2 out of the 3 people in this chat right now are coaches. I'm over here, the only one that's not, but I still enjoy it. I still enjoy watching football, watching a competitive sport. And when I see games like this past Stars Panthers game, 26-25, I'm thinking, damn, now we got a game. Now this is getting exciting. It keeps you glued to the TV. And right now, the USFL on the major networks, we're not talking about Peacock. We're not talking about FS2. We're talking about Fox and NBC. They have been sustained at over 1 million views. A million. So there's stability. They're still maintaining the TV audience.
What you got to realize though, Charles, if it's not an NBA playoff game, there's nothing really else to watch. I mean, you want to say a baseball game? No one's not too many people watching
in the season.
Not this early in the season watching baseball.
And I think hockey is an event you want to see live. It ain't necessarily you watch on TV.
Oh, but the playoffs are coming in though, so you got the hardcore hockey fans wanting to watch the playoffs.
Well, I know. So and I think that's what people got to realize. Football is still king, no matter what day it is. They're gonna. So if you have an opportunity. Even take me, if I have an opportunity to watch hockey, baseball, or spring league, I'm gonna watch spring league. So I think that's what people,
man.
So that's the one thing that they have. I mean, they have it in a perfect time because you only have right now. Like I said, NBA, you get 2 games.
Yeah.
What's in between?
I don't know. HGTV and Flip or Flop. I don't know.
Yeah, you watch football.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and watch Chip and Joanna go ahead and build houses there in Texas.
But let me ask you this though. This is my here's my last thing about
Bobby Flay,
the USFL, and this goes for everybody that watches it. Can you name 5 players?
No. I Jordan Tiamu I can name that, and that's the quarterback too.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? You can't even name. We can't name 5 players that's in the league. Like you got to sell the players, man. They signed a 2-year contract. You got to sell these guys.
Yeah. So all right. So let me tell you. So let's go down real quickly. Who is the leader in passing touchdowns right now in the USFL?
Man, either I don't know.
No clue.
Birmingham or Tampa.
Birmingham. Jamar Smith has 5 passing touchdowns,
and he was on the bench yesterday.
Yeah.
So
and who is the league leader in passing yardage? My point is nobody freaking knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. But you know what? You go ahead and line 11 on 11. Boom, you got something to watch. Hell, the FCF, fan-controlled football, the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Having fans go ahead and vote on which play you're going to do. It's not even a 35-second shot clock. It's a minute or 2 between plays. How dumb is that? But it's still entertaining. They're still putting up 30, 40, 50 points, even though they're only running like 10 plays each a game. It's crazy. But again, like Coach says, football rules. And as soon as somebody gets enough money to bring the AFL, the Arena Football League, a real league, that's taken over again too. So right now, tonight, I was going to say today, 3 p.m. Eastern, we got the last game on week 4, and that is going to be the first half Houston Gamblers versus the whole game New Orleans Breakers. We're going to go ahead and see them. New Orleans is the home team. I mean, New Orleans is going to be wearing home uniforms, but New Orleans has a chance to go 3-1. Houston at 1-2. They can go ahead and try to pull this season back to square, but New Orleans needs to go ahead and win just to keep track with Birmingham in the South. Birmingham 4-0. They're the only undefeated team left. New Orleans at 2-1, and of course, Tampa Bay, took a dump, and they're down to 2-2, losing 2 out of their last 3. So. Again, spring football in the play, and then in week 5, since we're not going to be here to tell you about it beforehand, week 5 starts Friday the 13th. Yeah, baby. 8 p.m. on USA. It's Michigan and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay hopefully going to get back on track against Michigan and Jeff Fisher. If you can't beat Jeff Fisher, there's something wrong with you. On Saturday, May 14th on Fox at 3 o'clock, it's New Orleans and New Jersey, the Battle of the News. And then Sunday is your doubleheader, 12 p.m. Starts with Birmingham and their home team, even though they're away this time. Birmingham, Philadelphia. And then at 4 p.m., it's Pittsburgh going to 0-5 against the first half Gamblers. I think if they're going to be able to beat any team, I think it's going to be the Gamblers. Maybe they'll take a really big lead and just hold on to it. I don't know. We'll see. But Spring League happening next week as well on USA, Fox, and NBC. No Peacock game, thank God. I think that's a horrible idea. Just having everything stream on thing. Like Thursday Night Football, Amazon is taking over. Amazon Prime. What is your take on having games just streaming? No network to pick it up. You're streaming this thing. Good or bad idea for the NFL? Whoever jumps in first gets the win.
Go, Mike. You can go.
Well,
Mike, you can go.
It's something different. I think it's a marketing ploy like everything else is. It's about trying to raise money. I think they got some type of future deal coming in with Amazon, so they're testing the water right now. If everybody don't have it, I think you lose more people than you possibly gain. But that's just a thought I have. I don't have an opinion because I have Amazon, so I'm gonna watch it. But that's what I think it is.
Coach, you had 30 seconds to gather some thoughts, even though you didn't have one in the beginning. So go ahead.
I did, man. I had a thought. Hey, to be honest with you, that's where everybody goes to anyway. If you look at it, not a lot of people have cable. Cable is expensive as heck. You can get everything on from Hulu to Amazon to YouTube. So understand, I think that's where NFL is realizing, like, hey, we can make millions, or even Apple TV, we can make millions and possibly billions off of this.
So let me parlay off this one here. NFL Sunday Tickets coming into its last year with AT&T DirecTV. Last year, there is going to be a bidding war going on. The teams that are in play are still DirecTV, Apple TV, Amazon, and I believe there was one other outside that I think Xfinity was looking at buying them. Right now, they're saying Apple TV is the prime go-to person to go ahead and make this happen. So my question is, when DirecTV finally goes ahead and loses its grip, now is going to be a completely streaming option. Will this affect bars, and will this affect subscriptions? Now, Michael, if you're going to go ahead and chat, you were placed on you're on mute.
Well, he's on mute. I go first.
All right.
I think the bars will love it because now it's a lot cheaper. Because
will it be?
Yeah.
So all right. So Apple say Apple TV goes ahead and takes advantage, right?
Yes.
Is it going to be part of the Apple TV subscription at X amount per month? Or
yes.
Is he going to say, well, if you want the DirecTV Sunday ticket, you're going to have to pay $400 for the year?
No, it's not going to be. I think it's going to be one part of the Apple subscription.
See, that would be awesome.
But it'd be, I think, even just think about it, Charles, even if they say for $15 a month, you wouldn't, if you add that up, you'd still be fine compared to paying the $400 some.
Yeah, see, but I was okay when DirecTV went ahead and did the NFL Sunday Ticket.tv streaming service. I went ahead and signed up with it. It wasn't available everywhere. That was the problem. I actually had to lie and say, yeah, I'm over here in Tarpon Springs, which is in the Tampa Bay market. They bought it, and it's like, okay, well, you're good to go. We'll go ahead and give you the subscription. And they broke it down into 4 payments, and I think it was like $70 a month or something like that, $70-$80 a month for 4 payments. So, but there's going to be a lot of money being done in this one here. Michael, do you have any take on with the Sunday ticket?
Yeah, let me tell you why I think DirecTV gonna keep it. If the CEO or whoever has control of that is thinking correctly within the bar aspect, they're going to understand they're probably going to lose a whole lot of revenue if they don't continue to own the rights to that, because every bar has DirecTV because of the NFL ticket.
I agree. I do agree with that because, number one, if DirecTV loses the ticket, I think DirecTV goes under. They're done.
Done.
They're done. I think any satellite service is done. And that includes Dish Network.
But
I
you
think
can't.
they're done.
They can't outbid Apple. Say
Yeah,
what
Apple's
you
gonna
want.
come out there and
Say
just
how you feel. You can't outbid Apple because regardless if you are a Galaxy person, you probably have Apple TV. You have something Apple at your house. I don't care what you say. You're not gonna outbid them.
I will have to have something Apple in my house if the NFL ticket goes that way, because I'm not gonna have it. I'll have Apple. I'll have Apple TV. That's fine. That's the only thing Apple I'll have unless it's a fruit I'm going to eat.
And that's fine. And that's not. They're not tripping. They will overbid. They will overbid for this because they know that Direct TV only has a certain amount of money.
Yeah,
but they know Apple does know that either you're going to buy an Apple phone, you're going to buy Apple something to get access to this. So that's
see the thing with Apple is TV is not Apple's main priority. TV is their main priority. They need to have that. Oh, you want to pay $90 for a stupid package that you're not going to watch 90% of the channels? Right. Oh, well, we'll give you DirecTV. We'll give you DirecTV free. Just sign up. Just sign up for this 2-year deal. They have to have that because if you don't have that, you're not selling anything.
And then guess what happens? They're gonna overbid. And then they're gonna overcharge, and you're gonna lose people regardless.
There were some suits that said from AT&T that they were losing money with the ticket because apparently they're not getting enough subscribers anymore. So they say they're actually in the red. They're not even making money off this anymore
because no one really watches TV anymore. Like I mean, really, kids don't watch TV. They watch YouTube.
Yeah, nobody watches live TV anymore,
and no one watches live. But again, like I said, you can get Hulu, $40, and you can watch 2 or 3 games. Like now that you have it on Amazon, everybody has Amazon. Like these are products that everybody in the world have.
So Damien makes a comment there. Cable company is going to lose either way because everything is on a Roku or Fire Stick now. Damien, let me tell you something about that. So yes, everything's on a Roku, Fire Stick, Apple Stick, whatever the case may be. Here's the problem though. In order to get said app, like say I want to go ahead and get the HBO app, the HBO Max app, I have to still subscribe to HBO. Mm-hmm. If I want to go ahead and watch Fox in my home and use the Fox app, I got to show that I'm subscribed to Fox. I have to show if I want to watch TNT or TBS or ESPN, I have to show that I'm subscribed. So you still have to subscribe to the channel. Yes, you may not have to go to the traditional Cox or Charter or Xfinity cable companies anymore. Now you can go to YouTube TV or Hulu TV or these other brands that are out there, these over-the-top streaming services to subscribe, but you still have to subscribe to it. You still have to pay a monthly fee.
But it's not the company though.
It's not. It's
not the
really
cable company.
It's really diverse now. It really is. You have Sling. You have like about 10, 12 companies out there that can offer you live TV subscriptions for cheaper. Now, is it as many channels? No. Are they all going to cover your local affiliates? Most of the time, no. There's actually a lot of them that don't have all the affiliates. They'll give you Fox, CBS, NBC, but ABC, unfortunately, we don't give. Or one of them will be off their chain. So, but go ahead, Coach. You about ready to say?
I'm gonna say this: if you look at a household, we're probably us men are probably the only ones that watch cable because we watch the games. We're the only ones. Like I said, I know. Look, kids are either watching Netflix, Disney Plus.
Check out this one. It's called Fubo. If you're a sports fan, Fubo is the over-the-top streaming service you want to go to. I'm dead serious. It sounds weird. It sounds like, isn't that a sneaker, and stuff like that? No, seriously. Fubo TV is the place you want to go to watch sports because that's really their prime demographic. Yeah, you'll go ahead and give you the TNT. We'll give you the HGTV, the Home Shopping Network, whatever. but their main priority is giving you the sports networks, and that's where the guys are going to probably want to go. Michael, any thoughts on the over the top and anything closing right now?
Nah, great time talking with you guys, but it's exciting.
I hear you. All right, let's move on. Obviously, this is a topic of conversation I probably would have on my regular show, but anyway, so let's move on. Let's go ahead and talk about Ryan Tannehill. So Tannehill coming out, basically, I don't know if he was thinking right or not. You guys tell me if this is the better idea. Quarterback of the team, I don't think it's my job to mentor this kid. I'm trying to figure out, is that the right thing to say? Why would you go ahead and say something like that?
Selfish. Scared he's going to lose his job. That's why you don't help somebody, because you know they coming to take your job. Plain and simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay. Coach, same way?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
When you come out and you say, "Oh, I'm not finna mentor. I'm not finna help him." I mean, because you know that, hey, this guy, he has a strong arm. He's athletic. He's probably faster than you. So we're both in the same playing field right now.
Yeah.
And you have to realize you lost the game, the playoff game. Not nobody else. You lost it. You can say some coaching, keeping the quarterback, keeping Derrick Henry in, but technically he threw those interceptions. So in reality, he's just like Mike said, he's just afraid that this guy, if I mentor too much, or if I give him too much information, because we're on the same playing field, then we're gonna be in trouble.
But is that like PR appropriate? Like, why would Ryan say something like this? Just say, yeah, he's a good kid. I'm sure we'll learn a lot from each other, blah, blah, blah. It's something neutral like that. Because now it's like he's being attacked. I mean, even coming to the point where teammates are coming in, either attacking him or defending him. It's like it's a whole big media mess right now with Tannehill. Why couldn't he just say, he's a good kid. He's going to definitely enhance our quarterback situation. He's definitely going to enhance our team. We'll learn something from each other, and I wish him well. No, screw you. I'm not going to teach you nothing. You're beneath me. And that just sounds horrible. That just, you know what? I'm putting that almost at the top of where Baker said stuff. I mean, that's just stupid.
Nah, it's just, like I said, you can't. And when you're in the quarterback room, people have to realize we got to work together, because if something happens to me,
yeah,
somebody has to take the spot and keep it going, or keep the spot warm until I get back. He's afraid that if I mentor, if I give him too much information, he'll take my job.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Charles. If they're on the same playing field, Malik is the cheaper value. He's in the third, fourth round, so he ain't making a lot of money.
Oh, you're making nothing.
He's making like $5-10 million for a contract, compared to Ryan Tannehill, who's making 20-some million. So that's a cut casualty if Malik is a better athlete than him. So that's how he's looking at it. So why would I mentor and teach and do all these things?
I don't know, but just saying what he said, I think it could have been said a whole much better way.
Yeah, I think one of the things happened was he answered kind of fast, and then he just had to run with it. But right now, the only thing Tannehill got over Willis right now is, I know the playbook and he doesn't.
Yeah, experience. Well, that's why he's going to start. I mean, listen, you really think Malik Willis is going to go ahead and come in and take his job the first year? I don't think so. I mean, unless Tannehill really just completely is a huge dumpster fire this year, Malik ain't seeing the field except for blowout games.
No.
It's not hard to do what Tannehill do when everybody know 80% of your job is give it to Derrick.
Well, true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 80%. That's exactly. So it's like, hey, listen, I only have like 15 or 20 passes I have to do. I have to make sure I take advantage of every single one, because all I'm doing is handing the ball off. 80% of the time, like you said, you're right. It's not going to be hard to learn the playbook. Okay, Malik, hand the ball off. All right, screen. Hand the ball off.
Throw it over the top. Wide open.
Play action, throw it over the top.
Yeah, play action. You got to throw a play action in there. All right, it's going to be difficult. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to look like you hand the ball off, but you're really not going to hand the ball off. Remember that. Don't hand the ball off. Wait, coach, you told me not to hand the ball off? Yes, don't hand the ball off. I know we're telling you to do that almost on every play. Don't do it this time. Pretend you're doing it. That's called the play action. Are you sure? Yes. There's going to be a wide open person down the field, and you want to throw it down there. It's kind of a new thing in Tennessee.
So I'm just going to comment on what Damian said. He was like, he's telling the truth. His job isn't to be a mentor or train a quarterback. That's what quarterback coaches are for. I mean, all that is true, but you got to realize it's a difference between the quarterback coach and the quarterback. Like, the quarterback is playing the game and understanding. So you ask those questions like, hey, what do you see? Not even that. It's teaching you how to be an NFL player. Like, a lot of people don't realize there's levels. I mean, I coach high school. My son is in the 8th grade, about to be in the 9th grade. I'm teaching him how to watch film and what are you supposed to see? What are you supposed to look at? Those are things that what people don't realize when it comes to that. Yeah, you got a quarterback coach, but when you make it to the NFL, you want everybody to succeed because it's only a 3-year. Like, retirement for NFL is 3 years. So you don't last long in the NFL. So you want these guys to be something.
No. And if you're Baker Mayfield, you're exceeding that expectation. Barely. So there you go. You want to be you want to be a team player. That's the thing. You don't want to go ahead and shoot down or be this abrasive when you're interviewing. See, this is what I love about the New England Patriots and the way they handle the press. Yeah, you go ahead and sit back. They handle the press just like Bill. 1-2 word answers. That's it. They get the hell out of there.
You're right.
Hey,
I apologize. They do a good job.
Yeah, exactly. And as soon as Brady goes ahead and gets the hell out of there, he still gets drunk on a boat. He's over there, stumbling around. Needs 2 or 3 people to help him walk. It's just
after winning a Super Bowl and playoff games,
which he didn't do that 6 other times.
Playoff games.
6 other times he didn't go ahead and stumble around on film. Did he? No. He's out there in that duck boat. Is he throwing the Super Bowl trophy to Gronk from boat to boat? No. He didn't do that. He's over there drunk as a skunk on a boat, throwing the Super Bowl trophy. Listen, did Gronk dent the trophy? Yes, but that's Gronk.
Who cares? Because it's, you know why?
Anyway.
Say what you want.
So Tannehill, we'll see what he's like. I mean, we'll see if listen. I think Tannehill's a good quarterback in that scheme, because he doesn't have to do too much. We're not asking him to do that much, so he should be okay. All right. The NFL has come out with their international schedule. Let me where am I? Here we go. So they announced all the teams that are being playing in the UK, in Germany, and in Mexico. So the Buccaneers have drawn Germany. And yes, I'll go ahead and give high praise to Tom Brady. He'll be the first player to go ahead and start a football game in 4 countries. They will be hosting the Seattle Seahawks on November 13th at 9:30 in the morning over here on the East Coast on NFL Network. Then you have, I kind of went out of order. That's the later of the games. The first game will be in London, Minnesota, and New Orleans, 9:30 a.m. on October 2nd, NFL Network. Then we have, again, in another London game the following week, Giants and Packers, NFL Network, 9 o'clock, 9:30. Denver and Jacksonville, October 30th. This will be on ESPN Plus, another streaming game. But this is ESPN Plus. This is a little bit better. Then we got Seattle, Tampa Bay, November 13th. That's NFL Network. That'll be in Germany. And then the Mexico game in Mexico City, November 21st, ESPN, 8:15 Eastern. It's the San Francisco 49ers and Arizona Cardinals. Gentlemen, what do you any specific feelings about these games? Anything exciting to see these games in international waters, or are we thinking this is just a glorified regular season? Maybe it's little bit too much for the players to travel all over the place like that? What are your thoughts?
I think it's good. Like I said, you're trying to expand the game of NFL, so you want people to look at it, you want people to see it, because you don't really see a lot of it. And it's good to see it in person and have a feeling in person. I mean, it's just like any sport. It's not the same watching it on TV compared to being in person. So I think it's a great opportunity to expand it. You like I said, you fly in Friday, and then what people got to realize, man, you can actually fly in your family. They can come Friday, and after the game, you can actually pretty much see the sights with the family, and then because you don't have practice till Tuesday or Wednesday anyway, so you have like that Monday, Tuesday off, and then it's gonna be after a bye week. Usually, when you fly out of the country, it's a bye week. So by saying that, you can actually spend time with your family in another state. Well, I'm saying state, country,
yeah. Michael, what do you think? I mean, is this too much for a player to take on? Definitely during the regular season, or especially the time difference and all that stuff. What do you think?
I don't think it's too much. It's brings acknowledgement of the game across seas, and you never know until you watch those games how much the NFL has carried across different countries and the excitement and the fan base that they do have. You got certain teams that's just globally known, and it's exciting for them to get to see those home games or games live and in person, and it just brings more excitement to the game. Like I just love watching those Mexico City games. I mean, those crowds are fanatic. To see that same soccer feeling cross over into the NFL football game is just energetic.
Yeah. So 4 games going on, a couple in London, 1 in Germany, and 1 in Mexico City. Actually, 5 games. I'm sorry. 3 in London, 1 in Germany, 1 in Mexico City. And that's taking place, again, starting October 2nd. Guys, is there going to be ever a time, honestly, maybe before our lifetime is over, that we'll see a international NFL team?
I doubt it. I think that's too much traveling, just constantly coming back and forth, or you're going to have them be based over there, but they're going to do 8 games here and then go over there and do 8 games there.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I think it'll be, if it was to happen, I very seriously doubt it. It'll be, you're going to do 8 in the States, have a bye week, go back, and then the 8 teams come to you.
Well, keep in mind, it's also probably within maybe a shorter time frame, we're probably going to go see an 18-game schedule.
Right.
It's probably not going to say it's 17 for very long. It's probably going to be 18, if not next year, maybe the year after. So we're looking at 9 games outside of that. But what about Mexico City or Canada?
I say Canada first before Mexico City. I mean, Mexico got a lot of drama, man.
Oh, well,
and you talk about an NFL team living there like professionals, because you got to realize what $1 million in Mexico.
you be living like kings.
Yeah, so
you don't have to worry about no drama. You go ahead and you can go ahead and hire some army guards over there.
No, man, I won't even risk it. Like I said, it's cool to go down there. Like, shoot, even travel, it's cool to stay for a week. Not 18, not 20 weeks.
And that's a good question too. Is the currency change? Is that an issue with why we haven't seen an NFL team in Mexico or Canada? Again, it's not the time difference. They share the same time zones we do. Is that maybe a reason why we haven't seen an NFL team, because of currency?
Well, at least not in Canada, because the NBA has that same issue with Toronto. So I don't think the currency would be that big of an issue up that way.
Right.
And baseball has it too. So
yeah, baseball as well. So hockey. I don't think currency the issue. I think it's more of, especially down, like you said, in Mexico, the safety value of staying down in that area. And Canada, I think it's a business agreement. Like, don't necessarily knock our organization out the way because you're bringing yours up here.
Yeah, we don't want you interfering with our sacred 110-yard field and 25 end zones. You keep your miniature football down there. You go ahead and make your billions. We'll go ahead and make our thousands. So, All right. So good. That was a pretty quick intro. Now the regular season announcement that's coming this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network. It will be simulcast on FS1. They're going to make a huge deal out of it, just like the LeBron James trade. They're going to go ahead and make a huge deal about the schedule release. So, but this is big though, because this, like Coach says, I keep asking him about predictions and this and that. Well, we'll wait till the schedule comes out. Hey, dude. After this Thursday, there ain't no excuses. I'm going to start coming up with the hardcore
no.
on Sunday.
I listen. right now, if you ask me, I have my top 6 teams or 7 teams in the NFC. I have my top 7 in the AFC. But when the schedule comes, that changes everything. No matter how you look at it, how you see it, it changes everything.
But how do you change everything? Because we already know the teams that they're going to be playing on the road and at home. How does that necessarily change? Give me your insight on this.
Because it depends on how it's all lined up. Like
2 back-to-back strong weeks can change a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, like a West Coast road trip and stuff like that.
Right.
I got you. Okay. All right. Cool. So Thursday.
Here's a perfect example. Since you said that, I'm being petty right now. Remember all year you was talking about how the Patriots was this and that, and they played Jacksonville, then they backdoored and played Houston, and then after playing Houston, you played the Jets, and then all of a sudden you played Dolphins, Bills, and it was whooping, slaughter, and it all makes a difference.
No, the slaughter happened in the postseason. That wasn't us. No, we kept our own for like a good 1.5 halves. Shut up.
So I mean, but that all plays a part, man. That's what a lot of people don't realize. When you brag about, you look at the wins and you look at the stats and you be like, well, look who they played. You played the Jaguars, you played the Jets, you played the Texans.
But the thing is,
and last time I checked, they was all picking in the top 5.
Yeah, but we know who we're playing, and trust me, I'm taking a look at the people that we're playing. I don't have a very good feeling about it. I don't care what the schedule says. I just don't have a good feeling about it. We're playing a lot of top-notch teams. I think we're probably gonna have one of the more tougher schedules out there. Damian says the only reason why you have never seen an NFL team in Mexico is because of the corruption, and plus Mexico already has their own football league. They do?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I agree.
I know Europe has their own football league. Like, it's not the Euro League covered by the NFL, but there is a European American Football League that's out there. So they do have that, and I think there's another country that does it as well. Honestly, I'd like to go ahead and infiltrate Australia. I would love to have that happen. But that's just way too much. That's way too much. That's just too much travel for me. Anthony says, you think teams that's traveling the most won't have time to prepare for the games? That's a good question there. So teams traveling the most, like, I think. No, I'm sorry, wrong thought. But so is there? I mean, there should be enough time for them to practice, especially if they're traveling overseas. There should be still enough time to get on the field, practice. Maybe you're getting some jet lag. Maybe you're kind of getting adjusted for the time frame. Does that ultimately play a difference, especially when the team you're playing is doing the same thing?
I mean, what you got to realize. Go ahead, Mike.
There's no disadvantage for either team because both of them coming from the States. Logistics is always considered following based on the schedule. So when you look at when you're leaving, what time you're leaving, what time you're going to arrive, the biggest issue is going to be jet lag no matter what you do. So they make sure that the logistics is looked at and handled properly for that.
All right, Coach.
I mean, first off, we're talking about NFL teams, number one. So they're not riding coach. Like, these suckers got chairs that fit them, and they're eating good, playing games, and watching film. Like, a whole bunch of stuff to do. But what you got to realize, usually teams don't practice to Tuesday, Wednesday, and usually when they come from across seas, they always come. They have their bye week afterwards, because you could go back to like I said about the Jaguars. Everett Myers didn't go back with the team. He went to Ohio after the game. You have a lot of players that do that. They say, hey, this is your hometown or this is close. So you don't have to fly back. You just, you catch a flight. Just know we got practice Wednesday at such, such, such. Right. Or we have it this. Because like I said, everybody practices Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's their practice time.
Right. So yeah, and like we had mentioned too, it's like it's two NFL teams coming from the States. They're both on the same jet lag. They're both on the same time difference. Well, in this particular instance here, Tampa Bay and Seattle, no, there's still going to be 3 hours separating the teams. Plus, then you're going to go head over to Germany. I don't know if Seattle has a quicker way to get in there or if they're longer, but they're coming from the West Coast. Tampa's on the East Coast, so there's still going to be a difference too as well. So
but they're going to.
You think Seattle may have a tougher time with this particular game?
No, they're going to fly in early. Like,
okay,
because the whole point, you're not going to fly in Saturday before the game. The whole point is you're trying to put notice of sports. So you might have an open field, open practice so they can see the teams, sign some autographs, and you do stuff because you're trying to promote the game of football. You're trying to promote the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're trying to promote Seahawks.
Right. So
you're going to fly in early and you're going to practice over there. You're going to do things and be seen and have, and sponsors.
And like I said, when the schedule come out completely, who's to say that Seattle's game the week before they leave isn't on the East Coast just as Tampa Bay is? Now I'm already adjusted to the same thing Tampa Bay is.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that something the schedule makers really take a lot of consideration in? Because I've seen schedule makers screw over teams like 3 straight road games and stuff like that. It's like, that's almost kind of unfair. Do you think the schedule makers actually take that into consideration?
I mean, you can't. You're gonna find something wrong. I mean, you're trying 32 teams and try to make it's not gonna be perfect for everybody. Everybody's gonna have a screw over. Like regardless, you're gonna get screwed either way. So it's just one of those things that you have to adapt and you just modify.
And then with the way that they set the schedule, like when you had that worst to first down in that NFC division over there with Atlanta, them you're gonna end up playing some of the best teams the next year, and then the next year, based on how they set it. If you're 3rd, 4th place again, your schedule gonna change a little bit based on the competition, the strength of competition.
Okay, so we'll find out. Regular season schedule comes out this Thursday, May the 12th, 8:00 on NFL Network. Going to be a big 3-hour extravaganza to find out all the games that are happening, all 17 games for each team. It's going to be epic. And Sunday, coach is going to have the hard questions come at him. That's right.
Ready, man.
That's right. No, you're not ready. Not yet. Not until Thursday night.
What are you talking about? I'm going to say it now. I'm going to give the Rams. Rams are number 1 because they won a Super Bowl. You got to give them their respect. You got to give them their flowers. Boom. You're going to listen to this one, Charles. I have Tampa Bay, number 2. I have New Orleans Saints, 2B, because they're right there behind us.
With no quarterback?
2B.
Yeah, right.
2B. They
have I have to ask the question with no quarterback.
They're right there, sir. I'm not listening. And then look, I see he's looking because he's getting mad. Here's number 4. Here's number 4. I have Fly Eagles Fly.
That's a big one for me. I can't even validate it because
number 4 Eagles with no quarterback.
That's what I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying to be level. I'm not even being a fan right now.
It's not. Listen, it's not even that. They have what they have. They will look.
I got the Dallas Cowboys over the damn Eagles. Come on,
you don't. Now. Stop. Conversation over, Charles. You're just trying to be funny. So, I'm not even gonna entertain that. So
I'm just saying I don't have the Cowboys that high either, but I haven't been ahead of the Eagles.
No, Eagles will win the division. So that's it. That's my 4. Since you talk, I have
4 in the NFC or 4 overall.
No, this is
probably number
NFC.
4 overall. Who knows?
No, NFC, not overall. It's NFC. Because one thing about it is,
Michael, do you have a top 4 in the NFC? The Eagles number 2 over there or number 1?
Even as a fan, I can't say the Eagles number 2. Now, as a fan, they're number 1. That's the fan talking, but
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm thinking over on the AFC is the Patriots number 1. Houston,
man, that's a fan talking. That's a fan talking.
Houston number 2. The Jets number 3.
That must be the bottom 4.
That is.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm reading it upside down. I'm sorry. Anthony says teams that make the playoffs will have a tough schedule. Right. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know because if you say that,
it depends on the division too.
It depends on who the
division. 6 games that are going to be easy, but you'll probably have another 11 games that you may have to struggle.
But it's not even that because you got to realize each division you play one division You play one division in the NFC, and you play another division in AFC, and then they sprinkle in games.
Yeah.
I mean, you take Tampa Bay. The year they won the Super Bowl was a tougher schedule than last year's.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's that's the thing about when you do the scheduling, because you're playing a guessing game. You're like, hey, this team's gonna be good, and this, and that. You like Baltimore. Baltimore was gonna be good. Quarterback got hurt. Everybody got hurt. Secondary got hurt. So it's like, kind of messes everything up.
Yeah. And then they end up with a lighter schedule the next season because they didn't do so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that worst to first come into play.
Hey, listen, make sure you go ahead and tune in to us every Sunday starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And, of course, you can call the show just right there at the bottom, 813-699-5353. You got a lot of comments in the Facebook chat and the YouTube chat. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Stitch and Itch. We're on all of them. So make sure you check us out. Pete Carroll over there in Seattle. He is I'm sorry. I think he is a man on the run right now because he's running from the truth. He says he doesn't see anybody trading, or he doesn't see him trading for anybody for a new quarterback. He is sticking with his quarterback room the way it is. Is this a mistake by Seattle, or are we seeing them just get ready for next year's draft? Coach, I'm going to go to you because you're over there staring at the camera.
I was waiting to look. I was
you have a lot
being respectful.
To say.
I was being respectful.
Uh-huh.
No, he's not. He's gonna. He's either gonna wait for next year's draft or he's gonna ride with what he has. And here's why: when you look at it, when Seattle was winning, when they won the Super Bowl and they were winning games, they were playing defense and they was running the football. It wasn't Russell Wilson. You wasn't paying $30-40 million for a quarterback. And I mean, even if you look now, you go look at the quarterbacks who's winning Super Bowls. They're not getting paid $40, $50, $60 million. And that's the thing what people got to realize. You pay all this money for a quarterback, that means you have to sacrifice. They paid the money for Russell Wilson being the quarterback. Guess what happened? Your O-line sacrificed because you couldn't afford the top lineman and keep Russell Wilson. So now they talked him and the GM. They said, hey, when we were good, we had a cheap quarterback. So let's trade Russell. Let's get draft picks. Let's redo the defense. Let's redo the offensive line. Let's run the football. Let's protect the quarterback. We have receivers. So let's play it like that.
Michael, anything to add on that one real quick?
Just when you say, I don't think you want to say cheap quarterback, we just didn't have to pay him. We had a talented quarterback, and I don't think they had a talented quarterback that's on their roster right now. Because you had Russell when they was winning. He just wasn't contract ready to be paid yet.
But let me ask you this, Mike. What game did Russell win throwing the football? They ran the football. Matter of fact, let's take it.
But that same thing when you say they ran the ball, he saved them multiple times from a line that wasn't able to hold their own.
So when the Patriots play Seattle, should they run the ball or throw the football?
Run the ball.
Okay. Anything. They can do anything they want with that defense.
Okay.
But that was a coaching call, not a player call.
Oh, you're talking about that. You're talking about that Super Bowl where there's that one guy in the backfield. I forget what his name is.
Everybody in the world except one person said run the ball.
And that was the head coach. And that was the OC.
Yeah,
from the head coach.
So, but that's what I'm saying. He was cheap. You're talking about getting a quarterback, and he.
What I'm saying, I think just the way you word is what's getting me. I think he was a cheap because of where he was in his contract, not necessarily his value was cheap.
No, that's
because he saved them many games.
Okay, so I agree with you that my fault. How the contract set up because he was a 4th round pick,
right?
The 4th round pick, and therefore you didn't have to spend money on him. You could load up everybody around him.
Right.
You can take.
I think I'm agreeing with you. I let me say that I'm agreeing with. I just think the wording wasn't right.
So here's a perfect example.
I was saying when Coach says, "I agree with you." Sorry, my bad. He really doesn't mean that. He means let me rephrase it so I'm right. I'm sorry. He's not apologizing to you. He's apologizing for everybody listening to him because. Oh, okay. I messed up. I didn't word it, so I had the advantage. Let me reword it now. Go ahead, Coach. Reword it.
No, I just said it. when Pete Carroll was winning, he looked at it. What was their focus? The focus was defense and running the football. That was first. He loaded up on the defense. Then he got Marshawn Lynch, and then you got Russ late in the rounds. And so, because you even cut because Russ, people don't realize Russ wasn't the starting quarterback coming in. Like he beat, and that's the same way Tannehill is probably feeling. Russ beat the starting quarterback out, and they cut the guy because it's like, why pay him this money? We have Russ at a cheaper deal, and we can really load up on everybody else.
I just wonder if they think, like, I don't think the ones they got on their roster is even comparable to Russ. Are they willing to scrap this year?
No, let's put it this way.
That division.
Let's put it this way. Here's the quarterback room right now, and this includes two undrafted free agents: Caleb Ellsby, Levi Lewis. Then you have veterans Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Jacob Eason. Who in the hell is starting?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's going to start. Okay.
His backup's going to be Geno, I think.
Yeah, but you got to realize, okay, let's start back over. You have two good receivers. You have a tight end, and you're going to run the football.
Your defense not like it was there though.
But they drafted it. You're not looking to win this year.
But that's what I'm saying. I ain't saying scrap it, but are you willing to take them lumps this year?
They're gonna have to.
You're gonna take lumps.
It's not a question. It's not a question. Are you going to take these? No, you're taking lumps. You're just going to be prepared to take them.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. What people got to realize and what you have to understand. It's okay. We know what we got, but we also know what we can have. Because regardless of the situation, if we suck this year, that means we can get a pass rush next year, and we can get whatever else. Because we're going to get Denver's pick. We got Denver's pick coming also. So we got 2 picks in the top 20.
So I'm going to go ahead and agree with Coach on regards to Russell, being the quarterback that's putting up all these stats and winning games and everything like that. Yeah, out of the time that he was in Seattle, the 10 years he was in Seattle, he threw the football 4,000 yards 4 times, and it's low 4,000, like 40-24, 41-10. He only had 40 touchdowns one time, and that was in 2020. Where he threw 40 and picked off 13 times. Everything else was low to mid 30s and a lot of 20s. So yeah, he didn't really have to go ahead and win the game because most of the time he had a running game. And so I will say, yeah, I mean he didn't have to have the game on his shoulders the whole time. There was a lot of leaning on it, but at the same time, when you do go ahead and throw the ball, you'd expect Drew Lock to do the same thing Russell Wilson did? No. He's not going to be the scrambler that Russell is. He's not going to be the improviser that Russell is. He's not going to handle it that way. When you take the lumps, it's going to start at the quarterback position because he's not going to be able to improvise like Russell did.
But this is where we mess up at. We're not looking at when Russ was at Seattle. We're looking at it now as they drafted linemen. Like they redid the whole team to fit what they have, because now you don't have to pay $40-something million for a quarterback. You have Drew Lock, which I don't know what his contract is, but it ain't much. It's $10 million. So now I think
they're paying him a bar tab.
So probably so. And therefore I can get the linemen. I can get the guys that I need to be based around to protect my guy. Because you don't have to pay that money. But let me ask you guys this, and this is honest. Do you think Russell Wilson is a top 10 quarterback?
Top 10, like in the league now?
Now?
Yes, right now. Like, is he? If you had the 10th pick and you had to pick a quarterback, is it gonna be Russ?
That's close.
Yeah,
I would hedge and say yes.
Off the top of my head, not like sitting back thinking.
I would say at the bottom of the 10 though, like 8, 9, or 10. Because if you take a look, name 9 other quarterbacks ahead of him: Brady, Mahomes. You got Allen, would you dare say Burrow?
Yes.
Prescott, maybe?
Not Prescott.
No, not Prescott. Okay. But see, you're having a hard time trying to find 9
more better than him.
So okay, let's do this.
Stafford, maybe Murray.
Let me do it like this then. In the AFC, what are they?
You see, you're no.
I'm asking. No. In the AFC West,
is he the top 4 quarterback? Yes.
He's the top 4. But what is he ranked in the 4?
I think number 2.
Number 2 behind Mahomes.
Yeah. Man, you crazy.
No, Herbert is not ahead of him yet. He's getting there, but he's not ahead of him.
Why is everybody sleeping on that boy in Vegas?
I like Herbert.
In Vegas, Carr.
Why are y'all sleeping? Why do y'all hate Carr?
Because Carr hasn't proven that he can win a game yet.
He went to the playoffs.
Playoff game.
He went to the play. Russ hasn't proved to win the playoff game.
I like Carr, but I don't think he's better than Russ.
He has a Super Bowl ring because of the Legion of Boom.
Oh,
and Marshawn. Come on, man.
I like Carr, but he's not better than Russ.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all sleep. I don't know why we sleeping on Carr. Like people hate on Carr. Carr is a
so let me see. Yours would be Mahomes, Carr, Herbert, and Russ, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yes.
You would put Russ at the tail end of everything?
Yes.
Is it because of the team that's around? Because listen, I know Vegas has an outstanding receiving core, but are you doing it based on the team he's in, or are you putting it as talent?
I'm putting it as talent. I'm putting it as a quarterback. That if you give me a choice of a quarterback that I want,
wow,
he's 4th.
He's 4th, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's,
you know what?
But here's
mark this conversation down.
No. Let me ask you this.
It's recorded.
It's recorded. It's recorded. Hey, it's on YouTube and it's on the TV channel. I can't think of the name of the channel.
Oh my god!
So let me ask you this, and this is so. What is special about Russ?
He can throw that deep ball beautifully.
Okay,
he can throw the dime.
Okay, he can throw the deep ball.
Yes.
All right. What else?
He got precision.
He can scramble.
He can scramble. He can improvise.
He has accuracy. What I mean, what are you
looking for?
So
he's a proven winner, no matter who you pointed because of.
Proven winner win. The last 5 years, how many playoff games they won? I'll wait.
So because of the team.
No. Let's get back to
no. You can't say he a proven winner, but then when I say the playoff game,
let's answer that question later. What else are you looking for that we just already labeled off? What are we missing?
So again, we already established. There's no point of talking about Pat Mahomes, right? He's already there.
We agree with you on that.
Mahomes is like number 1 quarterback in the league.
Okay, good. So you take the other 2 quarterbacks, the one in Vegas. He can't throw the football.
He can.
He's not accurate.
I don't think he's accurate as Wilson.
So
I'm not saying he's not accurate.
No, Charles. No. Let me ask you this. First off, he got one receiver that went to the Patriots last year, a big contract.
So you're talking about the team that's around him?
No. Time out. No. What I'm saying is, he got one receiver who caught for 1,000 yards, and the Patriots, they signed a whole bunch of money for him. And then guess what we said? He can't beat the 1-on-1. Mr. I dropped the ball. He was in Philly and he dropped 1,000 balls, but he went to the Raiders and all of a sudden he can catch all of a sudden.
So we put that to the quarterback.
He didn't like Philly. Is he trying to put our teams against each other?
I don't know, because I'm wondering, like, the same balls that was hitting that receiver in the hands, he was dropping them.
Yes. But then he came.
Wait, no. He came coming from a receiver coach. If it hit you in the hand, you're supposed to do what?
You're supposed to catch it.
It don't matter who's throwing it to you.
But I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. He went to the Raiders on a cheap deal because he was almost out. Old Carr said,
prove something.
Hey, Carr said just like this.
This is why I love having 3.
Carr said, "Come on, I got you." And he said, "I got this drunk over here as a tight end. Hey, he's sober now. And look, I'm about to make names for you guys. Just get on my back." And he said, "You're gonna leave here, and somebody is gonna sign you a lot of money." And
Oh my goodness. Number 4. And because here's the question for you.
What did you have to drink this morning?
Hey,
Here's-
What did you put in your goddamn coffee?
I don't even drink coffee. It's straight. Hey, high quality H2O right here, baby. But anyway,
Yeah, that's vodka.
anyway,
here's the question, Coach. You said Russ has a championship because of the Legion of Boom, right?
oh my gosh,
But he didn't make the playoffs because of him. So it can't be because of the team he got it, and then because of him he don't go. Because that team wasn't nowhere near the same.
Russ did not.
Hold on a second. So playoff statistics. I see he played a game in 2018, 2019, 2020. Didn't play one last year because he was injured, and they went like 5-17 or something. I see playoffs here. What am I missing?
What are you talking about? Oh, what's the stats?
In the playoffs,
He's been 3 out of the last 5 years.
What's the stats?
What's the stats? All right, we're talking about 66% completion, a touchdown, no pick. 2 touchdowns, no pick, 63.9, 602 yards. 2 touchdowns, a pick, 40% on that one. That one was bad.
So again, let's start over. And also keep in mind, it's funny how when you talk about Russ, we're talking about 10 years ago. Because Mike's bringing up 10 years ago when they won a Super Bowl. Because it was what, 2012, 2013?
2013.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
9 years in running. So we're talking about 9 years ago.
8. This would be 9.
So right now, like, I don't know why, but a lot of people hate on Carr. But that's cool because you know what? Carr got his brother back. He got his homie back. He said, hey, we're going to do like what we did back in the day in Fresno, and we're going to be out here just big kicking it because everybody's sleeping on us. And if let Charles tell it, they had one of the best offensive mind coaches in New England. So he got that same mind. He better have that same mind in Vegas. So
Russell's record last year was 6-8, but he still threw for 65%, 25 touchdowns, 6 picks, and he threw for 3,000, a little over 3,000 yards in 14 games.
When you say when you say Carr, he's
not
sorry.
losing the games.
He's not sorry. He's not hating on him, not downplaying anything that Carr can do.
We're not saying
it's
that.
Just
I'm not saying
comparative to Russell Westbrook. I'm taking Russ every day.
I hope you're comparing Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Wilson. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Oh my God!
And check this out.
Hold on. Wait. Let's get Carr statistics out.
Let's go to what's the name too.
Well, who?
We forgot the boy. I'm about to say San Diego.
Yeah,
he ain't in San Diego. We go to the Chargers too.
They need to go back to San Diego. They really do. All right. So let's see here. Playoffs, postseason, 1 game.
Yeah,
1, and he lost it.
Yeah. I'm not. Listen. Again. What they have out there in Las Vegas, them issues. From the from the coach to the receiver core. Yes, what you expect. Well, what I'm saying is this. A lot of people sleeping on Carr, and that's fine. You sleep on Carr. They will make the playoffs. The Broncos will not make the playoffs. And that's not even looking at the schedule. I said again, the Broncos will not make the playoffs.
Okay.
And the Raiders will.
Listen, Michael.
I don't think neither one will.
I'm just going along with it right now because we got like 12 minutes to go. And we have a couple more topics.
Okay. You know what? Go to the next topic because you know what? This is not over with. Because we're gonna talk about this next Sunday because when the schedule come out, I'm gonna show you why the Raiders gonna make the playoffs. Bet that.
You heard it. Next Sunday, tune in, 10 a.m. Coach is gonna go on a tirade for 90 minutes to tell you why the Raiders will make the playoffs. But the Broncos won't.
I don't believe in Russ. He's a good guy. Great guy. I'm sorry.
Obviously, you don't believe in Russ. You have number 4 in the division.
Yeah, and San Diego. God dang it. And
behind a wet foot and a guy that's been in the league 10 years, they finally went ahead and got his groove.
Okay, we'll see. Next topic, Charles. We don't want to keep
Pittsburgh and their speaking of quarterbacks, let's go to Pittsburgh. Now there is an open competition here. Mitchell Trubisky supposed to be starting quarterback. Then, of course, you got Mason Rudolph, who's already been there. And then they pick up number 20, Kenny Pickett. First round Kenny Pickett. Does Kenny pose a threat to Trubisky? Does Trubisky start? And does Pittsburgh even have a decent year? Or are they going to be a dumpster fire? And I'm going to start because Coach has been he needs to cool his throat, drink some of that vodka. I'm going to have Michael go ahead and start with us.
I think this is Mitchell's is not. I don't think it's a competition. I think Pittsburgh is real known for not forcing quarterbacks to hurry up and get into a situation. They're going to allow that rookie quarterback to sit back for a year and learn. And I don't think they're going to take too many lumps. I think they're going to miss the playoffs probably by a game, maybe two, and then he'll be ready the year after that.
All right, pretty quick there. Hopefully you had a little bit of a drink there, Coach. Go ahead.
I'm good. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter who starts because I say this because they're both better than Ben, and they made the playoffs. They've gotten better on defense. They got Miles Jack in the middle.
Okay.
So you're better on defense. Now you have another legit pass rusher / somebody that can stop the run up in the middle. Plus your D line is going to be stout. Watts should be back to rare form. And to be honest with you, they just need a quarterback to throw the football. And I don't think like Mike said, they don't really rush quarterbacks because they picked them in the first round. Like Tomlin's gonna pick the best one that get his team to win. Now, if Trubisky wins it out, he just needs to know that you got a short leash because there's somebody behind you. If you start playing better you in practice, that he's gonna play him.
And it's not even just somebody behind him. You have a first rounder behind you that's just ready just to take your job. Now, Mitchell has already had issues trying to hold his job in Chicago after he was picked, number 7 or number 2? What was he, number 7 in the draft with Chicago? Whatever.
Yeah.
He was like taking the top 10, and he's turned into what he is now, a glorified backup. Now he's basically been given a second life, and it's like, here's Pittsburgh. Go ahead, do what you got to do, and let's win some games here. Does Trubisky? What was the problem with Trubisky in Chicago? Because obviously they don't see that in Pittsburgh.
Coaching.
Okay. Well, obviously that shouldn't be a problem this time around.
No, it's not. And then one thing about, and I will say this about Pittsburgh, they draft very well at receiver. They get guys in the 4th, 5th round and become superstars. So they do a great job of drafting receivers. So it's not going to be a talent issue for Pittsburgh. Offensively, you have a running back, your line is better, and like I said, your defense is even better, and you made the playoffs. You say what you want, you made the playoffs with Big Ben. You made the playoffs with a guy that could only throw 15, maybe 20 yards max. So now that you have somebody, and even if you look at the playoff game, defense held up at the first half. The offense couldn't do anything. I mean, Pittsburgh beat Buffalo in the regular season. Like, they beat playoff teams. So I really like what they're doing. You have 2 quarterbacks that can actually throw the ball, and Trubisky can run a little bit and move around. So,
Coach,
another playoff team, Mike.
Yeah,
that was gonna be my question for you. Like you every team we done talked about, you done said coming out.
No, sir. I have the Raiders, I have the Chiefs, and I have Pittsburgh. Book it.
Thank you, Damian. Trubisky was drafted number 2. Number 2 quarterback.
Man, playoff.
But you know what?
So, Coach, let me ask you this. And the 3 quarterbacks here in Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, please give me your ranking. Is it Mason Rudolph 1?
No, God, no. They wouldn't have drafted or signed Trubisky if that was the case. To be honest with you, you got to go Trubisky because at least you kind of know. I don't know too much about Kenny. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, again, that's Pittsburgh. Only time I saw him a little bit in the to the playoff game, the bowl game. I saw a little bit before he got hurt. But other than that, I mean, I stay in the South, man. We don't play those. We don't play. If you're good up north, like Ohio State, we watch your game. They come on TV. Michigan, they come on TV down here. Pittsburgh, no, sir. We don't watch. We don't get to see those games. So I'm gonna put him second because you drafted him.
And basically Rudolph down the last one because that's the only one left.
Yeah, and I see Mike is hating on my picks here, but it's okay.
No, not your picks.
Mike, who would you put as 1, 2, and 3?
I agree with the picks. Is that Texas talk he likes to do.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I get it.
how they believe Texas is the greatest state to throw the pigskin and run the pigskin.
If you look at the most drafted I think it was in Texas, but that's a whole nother conversation that we're not even going to get into.
I mean, I think there's also like maybe 10 million high schools that play football in Texas.
Right.
That doesn't. Yeah.
Hey, say, don't hate.
And none of them go to Texas.
Don't hate that because we love.
None of them stay home.
None of them stay home. Yeah. We're not hating. Honestly.
We go where the money is.
We just hate Jerry Jones. That's all we hate.
No, we just go where the money is. That's the story. That's the story I can't even. I wish I could tell you about, especially how high school kids are acting right now. But I can't go say it.
Oh my god! All right. Last topic of conversation. It was one of the ones that Coach wanted to bring up. So the best free agents that are still out there. So according to PFF, it's Jadeveon Clowney that's still out there, edge rusher, 29 years old, but injury prone. Is Clowney find any place out there that he could sign with? Maybe help out a team, maybe for half the year, maybe. I don't know.
But that's the thing, real quick, about Clowney. He's not, I don't know why they keep calling him an edge rusher. He's not an edge rusher. He's a run stopper guy. Because if you look at his biggest hits, is stopping the running back.
Right.
So he's not a guy that's going to give you 20 sacks or 15 sacks. He'll give you like 6 or 7, but he'll help with the run.
Yeah, I think that's something. I think it's something old, but something like they put in new. Like he would be classified as a defensive end normally, but now it's like all of a sudden the edge thing is the big one. But yeah. Michael, do you see Clowney going ahead and going to a circus somewhere in the NFL?
Personally, for him, I would once again swallow my pride and stay with the Browns. Take a cut.
Swallow. Well, listen, you have to play in Cleveland. You have to swallow pride to begin with.
Yeah,
just saying.
That's what I would do. I mean, I can see the like I said, I'm picking back on the Browns. I think they can do a lot if they take a chance on a couple kids. But I think Clowney needs to stay where he at, take a pay cut. But I think Rob Gronkowski probably is a big thing. I like the O lineman Brown. I think he stays because of the run game that they're about to lean in on.
So Orlando Brown,
Dwan.
Yeah. Gotcha. So after Clowney, you got Odell Beckham, Trey Flowers. You got J.C. Treader, who's a center. Julio Jones, Melvin Ingram, Antonio Brown, and Gronkowski, both of them there. I don't know if Antonio's going anywhere. I mean, I think his time in the NFL is done. No, I heard Fan Control Football is calling his name. Darrell Williams and Eric Fisher rounded at the top 10, two offensive tackles. Any names stick out that maybe want to go into Clowney to the XFL? Any of these names stick out that maybe some teams may show interest in? Like, is Julio still got any gas left in the tank?
Nah, I think the injuries have finally caught up with him. But I like Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry gives you that possession receiver, and he's gonna go and he's gonna block.
Yep. Jarvis Landry at number 18 and the top 100. T.Y.
I really
out there, Cole Beasley. Huh?
I would like Jarvis to go to Baltimore because he'll fit right in with what they do. Right. But I think a lot of them is the linemen because, man, a lot of these linemen are gonna get snatched up quick because of injuries and because, like we said, how they had the rules set for now, like you need linemen. Linemen was the offensive line play was the worst in the NFL this year compared to any other year, compared to any other position, I believe.
Yeah, you got Williams and Fisher. Then you got, like I said, Dwayne Brown, Bobby Massey, Riley Reif. They're all in their mid to late 30s, so they got experience. They even have Jason Peters still out there. Apparently, he hasn't retired yet, and he's 40. So yeah, you're right. A lot of offensive tackle talent is out there. Probably playing on the veteran minimum. But mentioning Gronk, is Gronk ever going to sign with the Bucs, or do you think he's calling it quits? Because time's running. I mean, June and July is right around the corner.
I think it's the Bronx or nothing. The Bucs are nothing.
I think he's done because Brady tricked him. Because you heard what Gronk said. Well, I thought he was going to come back next year. So Gronk had the mindset of, I'm about to live it up.
Brady, we'll meet you down in Miami next year. You go ahead and do your thing now, and we'll meet you in Miami next year.
Then when Brady came back, that's the first thing Gronk said was, "Oh, I thought he was gonna come back next year. I knew he was gonna take this year out, but man." So that kind of messed up his whole game plan. So he, like I said, man, Gronk is the Brady boy, man. Wherever Brady goes, he goes.
Exactly.
So, you know what name I see on here in this top 100 that I haven't seen anybody pick up yet? Ryan Fitzpatrick. Isn't he supposed to go to like his 30th team or something?
I'm about to say he doesn't play with every team. So
right.
they don't. He's good. Retired. You made your money.
I think he's done. Go invest in a shaver.
He should go into the Hall. He's gonna go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Best backup ever.
Best backup ever with the beard. Played every team. Like he's literally started for every team. Like you got to give him, regardless of the situation, you got to give him respect. No one can say they done that.
Really have to. You made a career of being almost a Hall of Fame backup.
Yeah,
that's hard to do. Really is.
Hey, that Ryan Tannehill needs to talk to him. That is what you call a mentor, because he went to every team and he mentored the quarterbacks. Hell, he probably mentored the coaches because he's been there so long.
Right.
Probably calling. He should be. No. Just saying. Fitzpatrick, take this under consideration. Retire and become an offensive coordinator. You pretty much know all the playbooks. Just merge them and pick your best ones. Like do like a Madden thing.
Or be a defensive coordinator and you know what they're doing.
Yeah. Everybody, the entire coaching staff.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, Damian says, wouldn't be a bad option for Seattle.
No, hey, they just need to get called Cap. Cap, come on out here.
They need to.
We give you $2.5 million, or the Giants. We give you this $2.5 million and let you battle it out.
But see, here's the thing. They'll call Cap, say, yeah, can you come be a backup? And then he sees all the talent that they have, which is none. And Cap gets the starting job under that contract that he signed for $2 million. So
yeah. All
right, Cats, we got to run. It's been fun. Sunday's always been awesome. Wait until next week when Coach again goes on a 90-minute tirade on why the Broncos won't make the playoffs because the schedule's coming out and there's no excuses now. So there we go. So make sure, again, May 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern time, schedule comes out so you can see how badly your team's going to get their ass handed to them. And we'll see you 10 a.m. next Sunday. Hopefully with Michael coming back.
Yes, sir.
And Coach. And, of course, the original cast of characters, they're taking their naps. Then they're hibernation like bears, one literally. So we'll take care, and we'll see you next Sunday. Take care, everybody. Have a great Mother's Day. Bye, everybody.
Whole sports, all plays. Yeah. Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. 365, we're making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.